This is how we deal with weeds in the garden. We've been using this black landscape fabric for a little while now. This is a woven textile fabric. It lets water and air pass through, but it doesn't let light through, so the weeds don't grow up underneath it. We use these really long staples here to hold it down. That's a 10-inch staple right there. And for a lot of things, we just, there's my little helper. We just burned a hole through it with a torch. I have a board set up with spacing on there for different holes. Say hello to Mittens here. Helps keep the voles out of our garden. Sometimes. But we just burned a hole through it with a torch and used a board with the spacing. Oh, and here comes her brother. Both of them decide they want some attention. Most things we just put through a hole like that, but some things like the peas here, we plant the peas too close together to put them through holes. So I just leave it's hard to see because there's so many peas in here. I just leave a gap between the fabric there. It's only about 1 inch or 2 between the fabric on the other side. And then the peas just grow up through the fabric. It's a little bit more work to weed out the weeds in the rows like that because you have more surface area. But it makes a huge amount less work for me to do out here in the garden. A lot of things, we only have to weed it once or twice in the spring, and then we don't have to weed it anymore. Like these cabbages right here. Once I got this weeded out under here, I did 1 or 2 weedings, and the cabbage completely shades out the hole, and the weeds don't grow again. Some of them aren't doing real well and just have to pull just a little bit of weeds around there. But I can do a whole row in about 20 minutes, and these guys don't help me at all. With our pumpkins over here, that made also a huge difference because it's so hard to weed between the pumpkin vines. These pumpkins will actually get about 20 feet out in each direction. Each yellow line here is 1 foot. So these pumpkins will spread out all the way to where the peas are over there. They'll actually probably go past that. These cabbages will be done hopefully before the pumpkins start to devour them over here. You can see we planted these back in May. It's almost the beginning of June right now. The red cabbages take longer. That's a red acre. These are golden acre. But we're already starting to get some decent heads on some of them. This one, if you wanted a little baby cabbage, you could pick that right now. Here is our pumpkin plants again. Some little pumpkin seeds I put in because I never feel like I have enough stuff planted. So every once in a while you get a little bit of weed coming up through a gap here or through where the staples are. You just pluck those out. But this is all weeds right here. This is what our garden would look like without landscape fabric. Because we made a mistake a few years ago and we're still paying the price for it. We let our pigs in here and our pigs turned up the soil, and this used to be hayfield just like all around us right here. We got more hayfield on this side over here. That used to be hayfield, and when the pigs turned the dirt up in here, they rooted down about a good foot or so. They unburied every seed that's been building up in the seed pack for the last 100 years. And we had the largest patch of red root amaranth and goosefoot that you have ever seen. Oh, look at this. Somebody likes the weed patch. Likes hiding out in there. But I'm going to come pull this weed patch out, which won't take me very long at all because each one of these is just a single hole. Try and keep as much dirt under there as I can. Let's push that dirt back in the hole there. I can have this whole patch weeded out in no time. But I'm going to get a bucket to throw those weeds in to put them in the compost pile. And that's it. We'll have the whole garden weeded out here in no time. Looks like our beans are starting to come up that I planted. Does take a little bit longer to plant in the holes, as we have a planting tool, a seeder, and does take a little longer to plant by hand, but oh my goodness, look at this. This is potato beetles. We have some stuff we'll spray on here to take care of these. It's certified organic, some bacteria or something. I'll have to look and see. But all our tomato plants over here. We got a lot of potatoes back over here that aren't covered in beetle larvae. Uh-oh. Seems one of our tomato plants isn't doing well here. That doesn't look good. That is some rotten looking stem there. It's throwing off some new growth though. Anyways, that's how we do it.